Hey guys, it's Joy here, and today we are going to do my makeup and answer questions that you guys asked me over on Instagram. If you want to participate in a future Q&A, then make sure you follow me on Instagram at joywade_. Link down below if you want to go follow me. So let's get into it. Today is the day after Thanksgiving. I might just redo the look I did for dinner, but I did have some breakout. So I just finished secreting that pimple. I have one up here, one here, so that's why my skin might not be up to par, but it's okay, it's okay. So I usually start off with brows, and while I start with my brows, I am going to pull up the first question. How did you get the internship at Google? What advice do you have for freshmen hoping to get summer internships? Cool. So I guess the cat's out of the bag. I'm interning at Google this upcoming summer, and I'm going to definitely make a video solely on Google and their internship process. But basically, I just applied on their website, and then I got invited to interview, and then I did 2 45-minute interviews, and then I got an offer. In the video that I make about Google specifically, I'll probably get more into like what interviewing with them specifically is like, but it wasn't anything like special. I just applied early and then interviewed. But in the Google video, I'll probably talk more about my experience and things like that. So if you want to see that video, make sure you thumbs up this video and let me know in the comments. As far as just general advice for getting internships, I would say always apply, but also make sure all of your assets like your resume, cover letters, and all of that is on point, because I've seen a lot of student resumes from between, like, you know, asking for interns for you got to wear and stuff like that, where people send me their resumes and they're not good. Like, you really need to put a lot of time into your resume, because like from a first glance I can tell if I even want to, you know, work with a person by looking at their resume, because it just, like, that's the first impression usually of what someone's getting of you. So if the design's bad, there's spelling errors and things like that, there's no way you're even going to get into the consideration for them to even read it and stuff like that. And a lot of things like formatting matter too, because a lot of times it's a computer reading your resume. So I would say, as far as internships, getting an internship as a freshman is hard. As you guys know, I applied to like over 50 internships and got denied to all of them except like one. And the one I did get was unpaid. So I'd say don't set your expectations too high. Like, big tech companies are usually hiring juniors and seniors. Bigger companies are usually looking for juniors and seniors. So just know that your time will come if you don't get the one of your dreams right off the bat. And networking is really important, and staying in touch with people that you meet at those types of events is really important. Okay, so let's look at other questions. Sing.Precious1 says, what is it like to be an upperclassman undergrad? It depends on what your major is. For me, I'm a junior now. I've only been an upperclassman for 1 semester technically. I'm gonna be studying abroad next semester, so you get more flexibility with like your schedules. I think like my senior year is gonna be really chill. I did have to take 2 GE science classes, which have not been my fave this semester. But after that, I'm done with all of my general education courses, and I'll just be taking classes for my major and minor. Sorry, it's hard to talk and do your brows at the same time. But yeah, it just depends on what your major is. Like, if you're pre-med or something like that, I think the further you get into college, the more stressful it gets, because you're getting closer to like all your exams and, you know, applying to more schools. But as a public relations major, it just is a relief because I don't have to take classes I'm not interested in anymore. I'm taking PR classes, I'm getting better internships. Joy Ofodu says, any regrets this semester? What regrets? That's an interesting question. Probably my living situation. I'm senior year, I hope is going to be one of the best living situations I've had. But yeah, I had a random roommate this semester, so I'd say that's my only regret, because I am ready to move out and go to Spain. That's all I'm going to say in regards to that. Ellyiot, I'm just gonna stop trying to pronounce these names on Instagram. What tips do you have if someone wants to start a YouTube channel and have subscribers doing hair videos too? Pull out your phone or a camera and record your first video and keep doing that. I've been doing this for about 6 years now, and if it's something you love, then you'll do it. Buy products from the store. Don't start off trying to get free stuff right off the bat. Of course, like, that's not the point of being a creator. That's just one of the perks. It might be years until you get your first, you know, collaboration with a brand, and you need to be okay with that. As you enter your second semester as a junior in college, what is one thing that you have tackled so far that you could have never prepared yourself before college? Rejection from internship, being broke, etc. Thanks to the help of my parents and the fact that I work like 3 jobs, I have the privilege of not being broke, so that's a blessing. You guys know me, I hustle hard. Like, not having money is not an option. That's why I encourage all my college students, if you are struggling financially, to get a side hustle, to find financial assistance, scholarships. For the people that are new here, I am on a full tuition scholarship at USC, which is a school that's over like $70,000 a year. So, you know, being smart about the decisions you make. But what couldn't I have prepared for? Probably, like, I agree with the internship thing. Like, I knew it would probably be hard to get internships, but it really is competitive out here. You're competing against students from around the world to get these internships, and it's just like trying to figure out where you want to land. I couldn't have prepared myself for how much I would have grown as a creator. Like, I'm considering not getting a real job after graduation, like just working for myself. Like, I honestly knew that would happen because I've always had an entrepreneurial mindset and grew up in a family of entrepreneurs. But, you know, we'll see what happens at the end of the day. As far as if I enjoy my internship this summer, if that turns into a job, and then actually deciding if that's what I want to move forward with. But yeah, there's so much uncertainty in college. I feel like I couldn't have prepared myself for. Like, I feel like in high school, you know your place, you have your friends. I couldn't have prepared myself for the friend situation too. I find it extremely hard to make friends in college. Like, you know, you have your acquaintances, you have people you see every day at class or at your club meetings, but I'm someone who wants like more deep friendships. So I feel like beyond those surface level things, it's really hard for me to find the right friends or have like a squad. Like, I want friends who like to make coin, that like to travel, that like to go out to eat on the weekends or go out. And it's hard because in college, some people don't have money, some people don't have time, everyone's busy. So I guess that's just what real life is gonna be like, which is kind of sad because I like to do activities. I guess that's what Bay is for at this point. Okay, next question. How do you manage your YouTube channel and being a student? It's a priority. When you have a job, you know, how do you manage having a job and being a student? You go to your job, you do the work, and then you do your schoolwork afterwards. Yeah, it's the same type of thing. It's not really like, it's like, how do you manage going to sports practice and being a student? How do you manage being a poet and being a student, being a singer and being a student? Like, we're never just one thing in life. Like, you're always gonna have to manage stuff. Like, once you graduate, how do you manage a job and being in a family? How do you manage, like, life is all about management. So I get my work done, time manage, set goals, all of that good stuff. Like, it's never like, oh my god, it's so hard. Like, if it gets hard, then, you know, take a break. And things like that. What equipment advice would you recommend for someone who wants to start a YouTube channel but has never had any experience? Also, what is your #1 tip for hair growth? Equipment, your phone, if it has a camera. And that's it. That's like, that's it. I still film some videos on my phone. Like, I haven't used my DSLR in a while. That's why I'm selling it. If you're interested in buying it, go down to the links below. It's nothing wrong with it. It has like a 3-year warranty, but it's just because I've been experimenting. I travel so much that I don't like carrying around all of this stuff. And that's kind of what I've landed upon. Yeah, I really don't know what I'm doing right now with my makeup. Do I ever know? Alright, let me see. And what is your #1 tip for hair growth? Finding the routine that works for you. A routine that includes, you know, making sure you're not having breakage. Because preventing breakage is how you're gonna see your growth at the end of the day. Like, it's not like your hair isn't growing, it's the fact that it's breaking off at the ends. So anything that helps you prevent breakage, so protective styling, being more gentle. It's never really about the products, because at this point, you know, at the beginning of the natural hair movement, it was about the products because there are so many products that were bad for us. But now I think there's enough brands in the natural hair community where you can, doesn't really matter which one you choose, just which one feels good on your hair. Yeah, so preventing breakage is my #1 tip. However you go about that is your choice. What advice do you have for someone who is indecisive on choosing the right major or unsure if they chose the right one? So as you guys know, I changed my major from journalism to public relations. So I have personal experience with this. I knew I didn't like the major because whenever I had my major classes, I didn't like them. I wasn't really, you know, completely present. It felt like, I definitely knew, I was like, oh, I'm definitely not gonna do this for a job. And then I said that in like almost every class I went, and I went through that for 3 semesters. So that's how I knew it wasn't right for me. If you are already thinking that your major isn't right for you, it probably isn't. Unless, you know, you're just in like the intro classes and you haven't really done anything with it before. Because I know the beginning classes are usually boring for every major. But when I switched my major, I loved it. You can take classes in different majors. You don't have to completely switch yet. You know what I'm saying? I need to use some powder. So I'd say take classes in different areas you're interested in before you completely switch your major. Did I do that? Not necessarily. I just switched because I knew I couldn't be, I wasn't like on the fence. Like, I knew I didn't want to be in the journalism major anymore. How do you stay on top of all your schoolwork while working, have a full-time schedule, and finding time for yourself? When I choose my classes, I look at the syllabuses, and I choose classes that don't have a lot of busy work. I choose classes that just have exams or big projects, and that's one thing I like about the public relations major at my school, is that it's literally like project based, not just like every class you have to turn something in. I hate classes like that because I'm so busy with other things that like that just doesn't work. So I try to do things in bulk. I'll do like that full week's work at the beginning of the week so I can focus on different things throughout the week. But like I said, if you have a more rigorous major, that might not be an option for you, unfortunately. And somebody else said, how do you balance yourself out with school life, friends, social, all that? I've mentioned this before. I don't compromise on sleep ever. I always am in bed by like 12 and get like 8 hours of sleep. So I never compromise on sleep. Weekends, I try to do something fun every weekend. Like I said, people are busy all the time and may not have time, so I'm learning to do some things alone, just because for me to be happy I need to, you know, be doing some activities or something. Somebody said I'm having hairline problems and yours is perfect, please advise. Stop putting stress on your hairline. Whatever you did to put stress on your hairline is the reason that you might be having problems. So for me, I don't get braids that are tight. I don't do small braids around my edges. I've never had weaves or anything, so I don't really know how that works. I really don't know how it works, but I do know that puts stress on like your hair if it's done too tight. I know that can also be a protective style, but like don't do anything that's putting stress on your hair. And then I know that castor oil is good for, you know, growing back your edges area. Any advice before you start your junior year of college? You know, let's think. For junior year, I don't really know how junior year has been different than any other year or semester. I'd say just get more serious about what you want to do after college, because junior year is a time where, you know, big companies, they're hiring juniors for internships to be hired after they graduate. So be serious about that. This is the summer after junior year is like your last before you to intern, so get serious about that, where you want to go. Networking is important if you want to have a job after graduation, so make sure you reach out to your connections, update them on your life, you know, get your LinkedIn together, you know, get serious about your career, get serious about like money, making money, and stuff like that, I'd say. And then, you know, give yourself some grace. It's your third year. You still have 4 semesters left. So try something new. You know, you might be in a routine. Try something new. Consider living off campus or finding somewhere new to live. I don't know. You know, do new things. Study abroad if you want to. I'm studying abroad next semester and I can't wait. Can you talk us on how long the process for Google internships take? Yep, I talked about that at the beginning. It depends. They accept applications from like September through April, so it could possibly take that whole time. For me, it took about 2 months, but it differs for every person depending on the team that you're applying for. I only know about their non-tech roles, so if you're into like coding and all that, I can't really answer that question. What's your favorite thing about being a USC student? Ooh. My favorite thing about being a USC student is I really like the environment in general. I really like the campus. I like the professors are all really accomplished, so you can network with your professors, you can network with your peers. In my classes, my peers are so smart and doing crazy things, and you find out new things about people every day. And then there's so many opportunities, whether it's in your extracurriculars, traveling, funding for you to do things, and stuff like that. Every school has its problems, but USC, I really like the school. You travel a lot, LA to New York, LA to Atlanta, etc. Do you have any tips for light packing? Yeah, I'd say for light packing, I'm gonna be making a video of me packing from Madrid, because I'm literally packing for 4 months in 1 suitcase. So I would say really be serious, like legit with yourself. Like while I'm at college, I literally wear like 1 or 2 pairs of jeans like throughout the week, so I don't need to pack more than that, you know. think about if you're going home, what do you already have at home? Can you keep stuff at home? If you're going for a weekend trip, you shouldn't have more than like a carry-on. You can even just like pack and then really just be like, do I really need this? Find outfits that are like neutral that you can layer and stuff. Don't pack too many shoes. You don't need more than like 2 pairs of shoes for any given trip. All right, we have a couple questions left. What's your boyfriend's name? My boyfriend's name is Brandon. He goes by B Cherry for his music. I've used his music in a couple of videos, but I'll have it linked down below, so go support. And we might be considering doing more videos together, maybe on our own channel, so let me know if you'd be interested in that. And I think I asked on my YouTube as well for questions, so let me look and see if there's any on there, and then we'll wrap up this video. This is a pretty long video, but it's cool. I wanted to do something like this. Will you get your hair flat ironed? Can you try rice water? Will I get my hair flat ironed? I don't have any plans currently. I don't know. It would be a cool video to do. That's probably the only reason I would do it, is just for the purposes of a video and to get like a nice cut and see how long my hair is. Yeah. And can you try rice water? That might be a fun video to do. I may do that over winter break. But it would be kind of hard to make a video and show like the results. I would only be able to say like how it felt on my hair. I've seen a lot of people using that actually. Do you do protein treatments? How often? No, my hair isn't like chemically damaged, so I don't need to do protein treatments. And my hair is like protein sensitive. Usually if your hair is healthy, it's going to be protein sensitive because it has the proteins that it needs. If your hair is colored, you know, dyed, if it's been permed, your hair is missing protein, so you do protein treatments for that. How tall are you? Oh my gosh, I get this question every time. I'm 5 feet. How did you grow your channels? And I love your videos. Thanks. I grew my channel by sticking to it for 6 years. That's how I grew it. And a couple of videos did well over those 6 years. That helped me grow along the way. But yeah, consistency is how I grew my channel, y'all. What do you do when you feel like your hair is stuck at the same length, and how often do you trim your hair? Love your videos. If you're stuck at the same length, I would say figure out what's breaking off your hair. Are you using the wrong type of brush? Are you combing it too often? You know, did your protective style, did you not take care of it while I was in a protective style? Different things. You gotta figure out what's breaking your hair and then stop that breakage, and then you'll see some growth. So, you know, low manipulation, all that stuff can help you with growing your hair. And the last question, what inspired you to become a YouTuber? P.S. Love your hair and videos. Yeah, so I started my YouTube channel in like middle school. I think I have some lipsticks on here. I started my YouTube channel in middle school, and I just saw people making cool videos and I wanted to be like them. So thanks guys for watching this. Get ready with me. I still didn't do mascara, but I'm gonna do that. But thanks for watching. This has been a long video, so I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.